See how this all looks. Do you get a notification that we're streaming or no?
Not yet.
All right.
There we are.
And here we are on the TV, everybody. Yay!
Big time lag.
Is it? Well, I mean, whatever.
Especially on my chubby ass.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really need to be live. We're going to see how fast
it says
it
we're
flips.
live.
We're going to see how fast it flips. Yeah, it's a little bit of a delay.
Much
So
like the
then,
boys.
honestly, what I might do... Alright, that's not terrible. We've still got a few minutes if we want to share this on the Discord.
That's what I'm working on.
My man, Tom. How's the audio? Hold on.
I don't fuck.
Alright, cool. I'll do a little bit of a preamble. Rude Nation, happy Sunday. It's you boys, the RudeBoyz, both of us together.
On Twitch.
On twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469. Happy Matroid 40. Hashtag MAYTROID 40. 40 beautiful years of the Metroid franchise. You boys are playing Metroid games. We're talking about Metroid. We're doing a RudeBoyz rank up for Samus Aran's suits. Tom is not privy to a lot of the Metroid going ins and ons and stuff like that. Aphelian's up in the chat. Oh, we do? Yeah, we got the chat room on the thing. What's up, Aphelian? Before we get started with all that fun stuff, it is Memorial Day weekend. Rainy up here on beautiful Long Island. And I don't know if this camera's... I think this camera will be straight on. We have some limited edition Oreos, some Firecracker Pop flavor cream. That'll show up on camera on a little bit. Millie is here. Yeah, you can see her peeking in the thing. That's so great. Hi, the puppy. Yes. Yes, puppy. We got a terrible lag on the TV.
Terrible.
But we got some cookies here from Millie, too. Because, you know, she get cookie, I get cookie. Puppy butters, peanut butter. Delicious.
And
nutritious.
I'm sure those taste like regular peanut butter
honestly,
cookies.
they smell good. You know,
Yeah.
maybe
I'll have one.
Well, first off, have an Oreo limited edition Firecracker flavor cream. It has blue raspberry, lemon, and cherry flavored cream.
So it's
I'm assuming it also has some little poppies in it. You know, like some Pop Rocks.
Oh, like the Coca-Cola ones?
Yeah. It smells very fruity.
There is a lot of cream in these.
There's a lot of color.
There is so much going on.
Phillian says they do. I got curious and ate one when we got them for Dozer. They're dog safe. Yeah, they're dog safe peanut butter cookies. Yes. All right. Let's clink them up. Boop. All right. I see Millie sniffing around. All right, I'll give you a peanut butter cookie, okay?
Actually, I like the cookie part better.
No. I'll give you a piece, okay? There you go.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, it's very fruity. There you go. Good girl. All right. So, Tom, we've heard you don't have much of a history for Metroid, too much.
Correct.
A lot of these suits you're going to see for the first time. Okay? What? Millie, just being here? Hi, baby.
She's like,
what else you got for me?
only one cookie? Let me try human cookie. You guys try dog cookie.
No. Uncle Tom will try a dog cookie. But, so you're going to see a lot of these suits for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Real quick, our RudeBoyz rank up as follows. Such good shit. Top of the top. I'll drink to that. You okay? It's fine. What were they thinking? Oh, come on, it's trash. We've done these before. We've done these for Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, shows, Spider-Man suits, Marvel trilogies, Royal Rumble winners, Money in the Bank winners. We've done this a lot. This is the first one that I think I know a lot more about that Tom's going to go in blind, which I think that's kind of like the point. Because usually we come up with like a collaborative answer.
Yeah.
It'd be too one-sided. That's why I'm going to give it all to
Right.
Tommy over here.
Okay.
And we're just going to go. So there's no vetoes involved. You know what I mean? It's just how you think. So by all means, use the entire... Yes, puppy. Hi. Use the entire gamut of the rank up.
Okay.
And exactly how you want to, you know, maybe your initial impressions
Okay.
of what you think about it. I tried to pick...
The best pictures.
The best pictures.
Okay.
The best pictures, the more iconic pictures, the ones I can explain the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can answer any questions you got about these. We're dealing with 12 suits right now. Where, like I said, we're doing 12 suits. There's a ton of recolors, you know, like when Samus gets one suit and this gets powered up, it tweaks a little bit. I didn't do any of that. These are probably, you know, without a couple of them. Oh God, the dog.
I got nothing for you, kiddo.
When
I got are
I'm
pets.
gonna watch Millie. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
This
All
is
I got are
delay.
pets for you. That's all I have.
Outside of a few recolors, they're more like this is the iconic part of it. And also other interpretations. So Samus's Varia suit from Super Metroid might look different than the Varia suit from Other M. It is what it is. That's just how the design is. All right. So these are typically what they look like.
Okay.
All right. So starting off with the first one, Samus's power suit. Now I'm going to try to pull this up full screen on my laptop, and obviously we have a bit of a delay on the thing, so I might just show you on it. How bad of a delay? That's not terrible.
That's not terrible.
All right, so that's Samus's power suit.
Okay, that's the
how
one
it originally looks on the NES.
Okay.
Now the original NES drawing is crazy because
Right.
it's like, you know, the first time anybody drew Samus, right?
Right.
This is how it looks in Metroid 2. She doesn't have like the big bulky shoulder pads. She's got like just like little, I don't know, look like Legion of Doom things, right?
Oh,
What a Samus.
tell him, Hawk. Well.
So, what do you think? Any questions or any...
No, I mean, that's pretty basic. That's how I've known and seen, been introduced to Samus. Stop trying to be gentle. Just fucking rip them open.
Yeah.
Oh.
Camera. Uh-huh.
I would probably put this in... It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just... It's basic.
Right. Millie on the camera. Right. So you're going to put this in, it's fine. Okay.
I love it.
I'll give you a cookie. Alright. So, like I explained on our Metroid Zero Mission stream. Here you go, puppy. There you go.
No gentle.
In NES, on the NES, when Samus would get an upgrade, her suit would get recolored. Right? Starts off as yellow, turns orange when she gets the Varia suit, green, blue when she gets the next power up, which is the gravity suit. I don't know if that's in Metroid 1, but you know, whatever. Oh, cool, good job, puppy. That's just how it goes.
Right.
So those were just recolors.
Okay.
All right. It was only until Metroid 2 when they couldn't do any recolors because the system was in black and white. You're gonna pick a good time to do a roll, aren't you? You get the big, bulky shoulder pads. All right. So introducing you to how the Varia suit looks from Super Metroid. This is how you pretty much will see her in Super Smash Brothers.
Right.
Pretty much any sort of like iconic looking suit. Shoulder pads. She gets, I think, some damage gets reduced, and I think she can go into like hot environments. So,
Sue looks like she would just tip over with those huge shoulder pads.
right, but she doesn't. So.
Yeah. I would probably put that in. I mean, that's pretty pretty dope looking, and the fact that you get all those different upgrades.
Correct. Yeah.
I'd put that with I'll drink to that.
Okay. All right. So one higher than the power suit, which makes sense. You know, that's kind of like the standard upgrade she gets. Obviously, it just looks different because of necessity on the system. The second one, like I know I said we were going to do recolors, but this one's pretty iconic with just everything going on. It's a suit called the Gravity Suit.
Okay.
This was taken from Metroid Prime, hence like the 3D render I'm going to show you. The difference is you get like a blue color. The biggest upgrade that this gives you is that you can move through water, no problem. You know? In the games, when you go underwater, it would be like slow-mo, yes. But physically, it looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, I'll you know what? Since it's just kind of like a recolor, I'll put with it's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean that kind of is how it is. Like I know in Super Metroid, it is really just a recolor of the Varia suit, so that is what it is.
Yeah. Yes. People losing their shit when people realize Samus.
Yeah, because we're not going to see this on YouTube or even on obviously the chat's on Twitch, but Aphelion says I still love how everyone collectively lost their shit when Samus was in fact a whole ass woman. LOL. So many were pissed it wasn't a dude. Yeah, that was a big deal back in '86.
Probably a big deal now because dudes suck.
Now, so after Super Metroid, we didn't get a proper Metroid game for like I think 6 years or something like that. Completely missed the N64 generation.
So we don't count Metroid Pinball?
Metroid Pinball didn't happen yet.
Okay.
We're talking about the dual release of Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime.
And
all
Pinball.
Right? Well, Pinball was a little later. Pinball was the yes. But the first suit we're going to talk about next is the Phazon suit. Now, it is going to be a recolor. I have to sneeze. I'm going to try to hold that back while this thing loads up. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, the subplot for the first three Metroid games,
fucking suit.
the first three Metroid Prime games, is this thing called Phazon. Every sci-fi franchise has a, radioactive element that superpowers everything, right? Samus basically needed this suit upgrade to survive the radiation of the Phazon, of the unrefined Phazon. It's like Energon, it's like Kryptonite, it's all that same shit, right? This suit ends up becoming... You've heard the character Dark Samus?
Yeah.
This suit ends up becoming Dark Samus, which isn't the last time Samus has to face a doppelganger sort of look. But she has this basically for the end of Metroid Prime. The first one, she basically has to remove it or be removed from it, and then the suit turns into Dark Samus. Yes.
Gotcha.
But this is the Phazon suit.
I'm gonna put that up with such good shit.
That's it's a nice looking suit. It absolutely nice looking suit.
Coloring, like the black and the red. And honestly, even like the blue.
Yeah, it's a great looking suit.
Yeah,
and it's a different scheme. It's like when Mega Man, like obviously Mega Man, every time he would change his colors, it would just be recolors, But sometimes you'll get like a really cool color combination and it hits. That's something like that. Yes. Yeah. So now a lot of the suits are now going to deviate a little more wildly from the big bulky shoulder pads to whatever. Okay. Metroid Fusion, the plot line of that was this is after Super Metroid. Samus basically gets into a spaceship crash. She basically needs her power suit has to basically get ripped off of her.
Okay.
So the next suit you're going to see, called the Fusion suit, is a pretty decent departure from what we've previously seen Samus in, the first three Metroid games and Metroid Prime. Okay?
Oh.
I'm not a fan.
What were they thinking?
There you go.
Oh.
So obviously this comes in different flavors as well, but it just gets recolored. Nothing else. I think there's like a purple version, a green version, and an orange version, but that's about it. So
it's
Tommy
like
not feeling it.
amphibian almost.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's the point they were trying to get across.
yeah, no, not a fan.
Not a fan. What were they thinking?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the initial. Listen, that's the Tommy takes we love to hear from. You know what I mean?
Wolf.
Our next suit. So we're going back to the Metroid Prime universe.
I'm feeling it says who turned her into a green ninja.
Effectively, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was an interesting. You know, it's always cool to like be like, oh, that was cool.
Right.
And the fusion suit does show up in Metroid Prime as like an Easter egg. Like when you use like the Game Boy Advance and connect it to the GameCube, you can you know, you can get a 3D model of the fusion suit, which isn't bad, but it's one of those like, all right, it was a swing. Speaking of swings, Metroid Prime 2 deals with the whole, you know, it's typical in Nintendo video games. You get a light world and a dark world. Okay. There's like a little dimension stuff going on where the dark world hurts you because of the atmosphere or whatever like that. So Samus ends up having to get this thing called the dark suit, which helps survive the dark aether. I think it's what it's called. So this is the dark suit. As you can see, it's a return to the big, bulky shoulder pads, but they kind of look like big fins, almost. You know what I mean?
They look like turbines.
Yeah, turbine. There you go. There you go. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Turbines.
Turbines. Like it's definitely, it's like made for survival. I think, but
I'm gonna put this in. It's fine.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It doesn't grab me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, I understand the use for the suit, but it just looks too many things can go wrong. There are too many gears.
I gotcha.
On the suit.
Okay. I hear you. In the same game, the next suit upgrade.
Okay.
If you have a dark suit, you have a light suit. Right. So this one gives you basically full immunity in dark aether. This is what you get for the light suit. It's coming up, loading up.
What the fuck is going on?
So it's an all-white suit.
It looks like the fucking Guyver.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's definitely like not like organic, but like bioorganic or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's mechanical, but it's smooth or whatever. Alien, like very alien.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it with it's fine because it's very off-putting looking. Okay. Like
it is a lot. I mean, I agree with you. I think the Metroid Prime 2 suits are a little like ugh.
Yeah.
Like okay. Like it doesn't always have to have a suit. All right, so we're putting this where it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
I feel like a lot of these suits are just fine.
I mean, listen, you this is your opinion on it. You know what I mean? So going back to the Game Boy Advance, Metroid Zero Mission, twitch.tv/RudeBoyz469, played through it, youtube.com/@RudeBoyz469, played through it, the iconic Zero suit for Samus. Now, if you remember me playing the game, Samus basically gets ambushed, doesn't have access to her power suit at the time, has to do a little bit of a stealth mission. This renders from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Yeah. When you could go back and forth with that character costume change, but now you can pick the character differently. Zero Suit Samus.
I'm gonna say I'll drink to that because they could have gone the way that, you know, if you look at like 80 sci-fi covers, like the woman being in like scantily clad, like that's just like actually a very good like way to do to portray a fucking badass chick who's just been going through some shit.
Sure, yeah. So you added a little pistol as opposed to that, so you'll drink to that.
If I remember, the pistol was pretty fucking strong.
It's kind of like a stun gun, effectively. Yeah. Like you charge it up, you shoot it, and you're good. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. Brawl does a lot more to it, or all the Super Smash Bros. Games.
Right.
But yeah, so again, because this is the first time you're playing as Samus without a suit, and really suitless completely, zero suit. But she was seen in a swimsuit or anything like that. So the big thing with the Metroid games is that the quicker you complete it, and that was the big reveal in Metroid for the NES. The quicker, if you completed, I think under 3 hours, Samus would remove her suit and she'd be, oh my God, it's a girl,
right?
In a swimsuit. They did that for Super Metroid as well. I think all the first 3 Metroid games, and then once Zero Suit Samus came into play, that's what you would see, right?
Right. Gotcha.
But yeah, so you can see on the Twitch, we put a picture up there. I believe it's from, I forget the person's name, the artist's name, but it's from Ripped Apparel.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to fill that area up with some suit stuff.
Some suit action.
Yeah. So the next one comes from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's called the PED suit. I think it's called the Phazon Enhancement Device suit or whatever.
Okay.
Basically, Samus gets, because Phazon's the whole thing for this trilogy, she gets like a round of blast of Phazon, and her body just can't filter it or anything like that. Okay. So the suit, it has kind of like
she's always
a device
some
on it.
Shit wrong, huh?
It's
like shit's always happening to this poor chick.
Yeah. But it allows her to go into like a hypercharge mode, which is like, like back in the day, your games were like, press the sticks in and you enter God mode or something. Like that's basically, you get like supercharged shots. So this is your PED suit from Metroid Prime 3.
I really like that, so I'm gonna put that with such good shit.
Yeah, I like the plates and stuff that you see like on her thighs and her arms. Like I think that's cool. Like it looks like armor.
It's like they tried to take the first suit and make it good.
Yeah, like almost like if this was like a remodel or something. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. The next suit. Okay, so now after Metroid Prime 3 and Other M, Affiliate says, I also appreciate that it's a far more proportional. True, yeah, and like it's not like if I show you the from the remake, Metroid Prime 2, the big shoulder pads, like the shoulder pads look ridiculous.
Oh, is that the Game Boy one?
Well, that's the DS, the 3DS one that was remade. So, like I said, we didn't get a Metroid game, again, a big gap, until Metroid Dread comes out.
Why is there such a big gap with Metroid games?
Metroid doesn't sell well. Metroid sells better in the United States, but that still doesn't say a whole lot. I recently saw a graphic dealing with Nintendo franchises, their highest selling game and their lowest selling game. And Metroid's highest selling game, which I think was Dread, because it came out for Switch, and Switch was a phenomenon of a platform. It still underperformed a lot of other franchises' lowest selling. Does that make sense? Like it just doesn't hit. You know what I mean? They try, it just doesn't hit.
It's so weird because like it's so weird that people like will put call side scrollers Metrovanias. So it's almost like you would think Metroid is like really like top tier with it being having a genre.
I think it's just a matter of they just doesn't sell that great.
Yeah,
and I agree with you as a big fan of the franchise.
Kind of also, I feel like it happens with Castlevania too.
You're not wrong. I think Castlevania with its horror aspects goes a lot further than Metroid's sci-fi aspects.
I don't know. This like watching you play Metroid, it feels like it has a lot of sci-fi horror.
I think it could, honestly.
They honestly, if they ever decide to make a Metroid movie, just get Ridley Scott to do it.
I mean, yeah, he already kind of. Well, I don't know about maybe Ridley Scott, maybe back in the '80s, but I don't know about Ridley Scott now. But but I hear you. Yeah. In my brain, there is a dream game that was a Metroid game done by Visceral Games, the people who did Dead Space.
Okay.
Like that would have been
good.
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
But so like I said, we didn't get a new Metroid proper game until Metroid Dread. And Metroid Dread, so the lore behind this suit is so Metroid Fusion is Metroid 4.
Okay.
Metroid 5 is Metroid Dread. Okay? So the Prime games happen in between and shit, but like as far as 1 through 5,
right.
It goes Metroid or Zero Mission, because that is like the whole thing.
Right.
Metroid 2, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Dread. Okay? Metroid Fusion dealt with Samus.
You definitely have to get a light behind you.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no. I did lower the brightness because of that, but the deal with Metroid Fusion was that Samus had to take on a vaccine with Metroid DNA.
RFK Jr. will hate that.
Oh, 1,000%, yes. 1,000%. So in Fusion, she actually has... In Fusion, she actually has the ability to absorb other creatures. Are you okay?
No, I just
that took too much
myself.
out of you. So this suit is kind of like her fusion suit repairing itself to be more like the Varia suit.
Okay.
So you're going to get a combination of Fusion and Varia in the form of the Dread suit.
Hence Fusion.
Well, the Fusion suit, we were just calling it because she was fused with Metroid DNA. That's why it was called Fusion. But so this is the Dread suit. So you're going to get a lot of, it kind of has the color scheme of the Fusion suit, but it's looking almost like partially like the Varia suit with the shoulder pads kind of like repairing.
Yeah, I mean that's a good looking suit.
Yeah, it's clean.
It still has like the panels, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink to that.
All right. Yeah, the Fusion suit's a good.
The
Dread suit's
on below the belt on her.
Well, I'm hitting zoom, and that's just where it is. So, so you say you'll drink to that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, spoiler alert for the end of Metroid Dread. She basically gets overpowered with her Metroid DNA.
Okay.
And gets this thing called the Metroid suit.
Okay.
Every other game or whatever, Samus gets like a super powered beam and is able to kind of like kill the boss. This is the best picture I was able to find from the internet about the Metroid suit. But this is what the Metroid suit looks like. Now, you're familiar with what Metroids look like? Mm-hmm. So you're going to get a lot of that.
Ew. Ew. No. That's going right into its trash.
Wow, okay.
Ew.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it either. I think it's very
about it.
It's very
very insect-like, like you said.
Sort of Phillians, yes.
Not a fan. No, ew.
It's suit like you want to talk about organic suits. Like this one looks.
I would turn my blaster under my chin and blow my brains out if I had to wear that thing. It is disgusting. No, ew.
All right, so Tom's putting that in trash.
Don't ever show that to me again.
Right.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
Yes. See, Millie agrees.
We got Millie on camera now. All right, we'll put Tom back on there. All right.
Hold up. Nightmarish.
So that was the last suit up until last year's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
This isn't the one that I bailed out on.
No, I don't think you.
No,
you
played for Samus.
Yeah, the one for 3DS. Yes.
I thought we played that on the Switch for some reason.
This suit is called the Viola suit. It is a suit Samus gets that she can interface with the She can interface with the motorcycle in the game.
Okay.
So this is what the Viola suit looks like, and it has some changing, some different colors as the game continues, but this is the Viola suit.
She looks like she belongs in Tron.
I mean, the bicycle is basically that.
It's
a
motorcycle.
It's effective. I mean, really, if it didn't give you a light trail, it's basically that. So yeah, she has psychic abilities in this game, hence like all the purple aura that glows around her. But I think she gets upgrades to it to go into hot spaces without any damage, and she can do this, basic upgrades like you got in the previous games.
You know what? I can see that. That could go to, I'll drink to that.
You'll drink to that? The viola suit?
Yeah. The drink nipples are a little weird. The glowing nipples. A little weird.
That's fair. All right, so, because I know you're not going to remember the names of these.
Oh, God.
Such good shit. You have the Phazon suit and the PED suit from Metroid Prime 3. So some Prime original suits in here. I'll drink to that. You have the classic Varia suit, the Zero suit, the Dread suit, which that's what we're calling this, and the Viola suit from Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
It's fine. You have Samus's default power suit, the Gravity suit, Dark and Light suit, both from Metroid Prime 2
That
Echoes.
light suit was, that light suit almost went into what were they thinking.
Speaking of what were they thinking, you have the Fusion suit.
Okay.
And nothing you know, come on, but it's trash. You have the Metroid suit from Metroid Dread. Now that you see this list, I'll give you one more. You know, if you want to make any changes, you can veto yourself and make any changes.
No, I think I'm fairly happy with my decisions.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right then. So there you go. We just did a RudeBoyz rank up. A blind rank up, which is fun, you know. I have to quickly exit and kill all of this stuff because I don't want my laptop to crash because I'm recording the audio, I'm recording the video, and we're streaming right now. So we'll sign off. This audio will be on episode 207 of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. I don't know why I'm facing the camera when I have the camera right here.
I don't know.
Episode 207 of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. That will be up this Tuesday, Rude Day. If you want to listen to the audio of this, but you're already here. You're with us, like Affiliate was with us in the chat. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time on the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus and the Rank Up and the Twitch and everything.
Bye.